Nice.
Ooga fucking Ooga comes and welcome back to another episode of Love Your Monday. Today, of course, we've got a very special episode. With me is my co-host Kadunt Vashath and now Trippy Poop. But why
Ex-co-host.
exactly is Trippy Poop here? We'll get to that in just 1 minute.
I got fired.
She got fired. Well,
I got
despite
fired.
Kadunt having a bad Monday, we're actually kind of here hoping that you have a decent Monday. Maybe this show's going to give you a better Monday. Maybe it doesn't. Hopefully, though, this will cause you to love your Mondays.
I never said I'm having a bad Monday.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Anyways, so what is going on, Kadunt? Why exactly did you get fired? Does this have to do with the drugs?
No, they still have not found them. Then again, I'm really concerned about Zell's health because, well, they've been in his intestines for quite a long time. So, should probably go and get him checked out. But no, I got fired. I got fired because I hurt your feelings too much or something. I don't know. It's a change of pace or something. I'm getting my own show though, with Antoine, the proper villain, as well as Ishtar, who some of you cunts may have heard her gorgeous voice on Cut News Network on Sundays. But she and Antoine are going to be joining me. Well, we're all joining with each other, I guess, would be the thing. On Wednesday nights. So I'm doing Not Safe for Wednesdays with Lo-Fi at 6 p.m. EST. And then at the regular 11 p.m. EST, there's going to be a new show taking over Theoretical Rhetoric. And that's where I'm going. I'm leaving Brockus. I'm quitting the internet. But I'm not quitting. But I'm quitting, but I'm not quitting. I didn't quit. I got fired because I'm too much of a cunt to Brockus or something. All right, go say your piece, fucker. One of you.
Okay. Trippy, why don't you go ahead and give the audience a little bit of a taste of the Trippy Poop. Let us know who you are, what you do, what you're into, all that good stuff.
Well, I'm fucking hoping that my headset's working right now because I just smacked the shit out of it. I don't know if it was audible.
No, your fapping was not. You slapping your head was not audible.
I was trying to wrap a blanket around me because I turned the air conditioning on like a dipshit. Now I'm cold. But I'm Trippy Poop, and I got my cast, the Trippy Cast, with Moxley and usually Full Metal Pickle, and we do that almost every day when I feel like it. So jump out over to my channel and sub. And I'm on here on Fridays with Brockus, and I keep tripping over my tongue. And
Mark Como.
Brockus, not with Brockus. Mark Como is who I meant to say.
He's on Friday with Mark Como. And what is the name of your show, Car, if you can remember?
Oh, the name of the show is Cringe of Yesteryear.
You remembered. Oh my god, I'm so proud of you. You're making strides, dude.
You gotta do
You're
it like
making strides.
You gotta say it like the pigs in space thingy. Cringe of Yesteryear.
Malevolent Writer wants me to tell you guys that the Raft Report is on.
Why the hell are we advertising for other fuckers?
I don't know. That's what we do.
Not me.
That's what Mondays are, right? That's what the show is. It's Show Your Streams Monday.
Exactly. Right? Show your streams on the cunt stream, especially if you're AP and Ghastly.
But speaking of Mark, your co-host, your Friday co-host is in the chat.
Hi, co-host. Hi, Dan. I did do that horribly, didn't I? That's cool. I'll get better as time goes on, or worse, whichever you guys like.
I have no idea what's going on. We also had Tennessee Miller and Little J Moxley, Gary McIntosh,
Zell's here.
Ryder. Of course, Zell's here. Zell's a good boy. We have Mark, of course, and Grace, and we have people all up in the chat. And what's today's episode? I see the title.
Today's title, yeah, call-in episode.
You want to explain that?
I would love to explain that. So today's episode, since I have been, preoccupied almost all week, I didn't really have time to actually get a guest for today. I've been trying to get a few people in the works, but either they're not really seeing the messages or whatever the case is. Not a big deal. It's people are busy. People don't see messages. It's not a big deal.
Brockus.
Huh?
Masturbating while thinking of these people doesn't count as messages.
Anyways,
It's mental
Hi,
messages.
Buzz
If
of the
you can-
Hive. All right, go continue. I apologize. I'm
If
not
you-
sorry.
I think
If you
I will
masturbate
cut
hard
him.
enough while you're thinking of somebody, they might feel it.
Anyways, so I didn't really get actually a guest for today's show in particular, unfortunately, and I didn't really think of any kind of special topic for us to talk about. Although we did kind of come up with a little bit of stuff off air just before we went live and everything. But the reason why today's episode is called the call-in episode is because if you are in the chat and you wanted to be on this show even once, go ahead and let us know, because we might just bring you in here. We'll send you the Hangout links and we'll politely ask you to leave after a specific amount of time, because we kind of want to go through as many guests as possible to kind of like get to know them, talk about them, and all that stuff.
I
And,
want
you know,
all of you guys to pile on top.
if I have to, I will convince Schmeckel to kick you, which means you won't be able to come back in. But
Schmeck will kick Brock. No, I'm joking.
Dude, I'm totally in
Gary
chat. I'll
Mackin-
go on link.
Gary McIntosh for $2. Trippy, read the thing. This is your job now. It's no longer my job.
Shit. Okay.
I,
Let me
I
just scroll
quit.
back. I love Trippy Cast, Gary says. Change my mind in chat. Join now.
Dun, dun, dun. And Stone Mexican guy, Brockus,
Mhm.
he says, I have crossed the border into your Discord.
well, fair enough. Stop Stone Mexican guy, one of my favorites from the chat.
Chairview wants on. Chairview, if you can hit up Brockus in Twitter, I guess.
Yeah, if you want on, aside from letting us know in the chat, I'm going to need you to actually DM me. My DM should be open, and of course, I will send you the link.
That
By the
is
way.
at Brockus_Fury on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, Medicare's on the Ralph Retort, and of course, it's Ethan Ralph, so Zell was not going to be here for very long.
Yeah, I saw that.
Orale ese, I'm bot on Twitter. I'm on the Discord ese.
Okay.
That was on behalf of Stone Mexican guy.
Ah.
Mhm.
I remember writing essays. That's what that means, right?
That's totally
Same-
what that
same
means.
thing. Yeah.
I'm going to oh, by the way, Medicare's on the Malevolent Writer, it's called the Ralph Retort. I may be YouTube retarded, but I am very aware that it is retort with a T. Your DMs are closed, Chairview says.
Oh, they are. Okay. Well,
That-
let's...
Chairview, just follow Brockus at Twitter.
No, I got it. Oops. Wrong link.
No, you're
that's
giving him the link to the YouTubes.
I gave her the watch link. I am dumb.
Oh. I thought it was
Good
like
job.
anal family porn or something.
All right.
It's a Brock, as
Race
you said.
also, and chat just because it can get a little blurry to see it all. You should tag either Brockus or Trippy Poop. I'm paying attention to the chat, but I'm going to not do my job because I quit, but I don't quit because I got fired. But I quit. So Race hit up Brockus on Twitter in the DMs. That is at Brockus_Fury.
I believe Race actually follows me on Twitter.
Well, then he should have heard you say slide into your DMs, and he should have slid into your DMs.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello. Who's this?
Hello.
Well,
This
I'm not
should be
paying it-
Fairview.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the actual hang out.
Chairview, who I thought was a woman until just now.
Well, hello,
No,
Cherry.
it's not a woman. Anyway, I figured I would just come on for like 2 minutes. Schmeckle knows about this, but Politely Atheist and I, we run another show, which is just a debate show. We're just trying to get the word out. It's not blood sports type debate. It's an actual like free form debate, but it actually has a moderator. So yeah, Academy Debates is what it's called.
Oh,
So it's
interesting.
it's the classier version of blood sports.
Well, we're trying something different. We're trying to see if it works.
That's good to know. And what's the channel?
It's just called Academy Debates. So if you type that into the search, it'll come up.
Okay, thank you.
Look here.
And we do a
Anything else you wanna
discussion
talk
show
about?
on. We have a discussion show on Wednesdays too, and Schmeckle's welcome on. You guys are welcome on anytime you guys want to.
Gary for $2. Trippy Poop, do your job.
Look at this guy's channel, but okay.
There's
Gary
time
McIntosh.
afterwards. It's Academy Debates. You can always
For
re-listen
$2.
after the stream.
Let's Trippy rock around. It's Trippy. There we go.
All right, so I went ahead and subbed to the channel, and I put the link to the channel.
I'm glad that
Channel link in the chat.
you guys have such a wide variety of shows now. It's kind of crazy.
I know, right?
We try to bring something new to every single night, but it's the cunt stream. At some point, it will devolve into a cunt stream.
The sexual nights on Wednesdays are especially interesting because of the accents. It makes it like way more entertaining.
Thank you. Thank you. Not safe for Wednesdays is definitely something that Lo-Fi and I are very happy with and proud of. And dear God, Schmeckle, please don't fire me from that too.
No,
But
that's a good too. It's a fun one.
yeah, but yeah, I appreciate it. And by the way, that brings up another thing. If any of you have a new name, because we're thinking of rebranding the cunt stream. So if you have a new name to think of, hit me up in my DMs. That is at @KaduntB on Twitter.
You kind of sound a little echoey, but also like you're muffling the microphone for some reason.
Oh, it's in my boobs.
Ah,
That works.
yeah.
That doesn't with Kadunt saying to send her names, that doesn't mean she's going to read them live tonight, by the way.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, and if any of you start to get Malevolent Rider Brockus is supposed to do the moans.
I've got an idea. You should call it the Purple Dragon. There you go. That one's never been done before.
The purple dragon. No. Purple's such a basic color. We need something special. Something that says cunt. Without
Well.
saying literally cunt.
Just say Schmeckle.
The Schmeckle stream. No, but he already has a channel.
I know. Which we missed, by the way, Schmeckle. You need to make more videos because we missed that. Honestly, it's really cool when you made videos.
Oh, we have Glucky in the chat too. I know, Gluck. God damn. Like, I'm not that ignorant. I'm really ignorant about a lot of shit, but I'm not that ignorant. I pay attention.
Just so everyone understands, every time it sounds like she's getting a little muffled, it's because she's talking to her tits, which means you're all in her. Congratulations.
Cleavage right now.
Many of you have been trying to get there. You are now technically there.
That, I believe, is Chairview.
So are you trying to rebrand from the cunt stream because of the way YouTube is acting with censorship and everything?
Probably. I don't know. I just know that the announcement was made that we are looking to rebrand and rename the cunt stream. So, just
Well, that's okay. So there's a little more nuance to it. Last year or 2 years ago, I guess. He basically, when the cunt stream was first invented, it was to pretty much do a stream for specifically Little Miss Anonymous, and it was a charity stream specifically because of a medical issue that she was currently having, or she was at the time. And they called it the cunt stream as a joke, and it just kind of caught on. Now, I had been watching Schmeckle for a while now, so eventually I saw the cunt stream and I started watching. Well, it's basically just been a stream where a bunch of YouTube personalities come on and talk to each other. Yeah. Unfortunately, last year, a few cunt stream hosts tried to reach out to other people with other personalities that have been seen online that are probably not familiar with very specific circles on YouTube.
Yeah, and then tell them what it's called, and they're like, what?
Yeah, see, Samaj tried to get Ethan Van Sciver onto the show for a Han Solo episode one time, and Ethan Van Sciver thought he was actually being trolled because he's like, no one would ever call their show the cunt stream.
Well, that's the problem we're having with our debate thing. We tell people that we're having this debate show, and they assume it's like the Kumite or something, and it's like, no, it's different.
No, of course, but that's pretty much the reason why they actually have decided that they're going to rebrand it, because they figure if we have a show, or Schmeckle figures, if we have a show that isn't called the cunt stream, then not only will it be a little more appropriate, because YouTube probably looks at that name and says, I don't like it. And it might actually entice people to not so much, shy away and be like, yeah, I'm not coming on a show called the cunt stream. That sounds really fucking stupid.
You could always call it the Kadunt stream.
Well, Kadunt calls it the Kadunt stream whenever she's decided to take over.
Which is very often, but tonight I don't care. I'm enjoying my spaghetti and putting you guys in my tits.
The only thing I could say was to try and keep the word stream in there somewhere.
Well, yeah. See, I keep trying to convince Schmeckle to do the chaos stream, but despite how accurate that is for us, I guess we're probably going to try not to actually call it the chaos stream. I don't know.
The fallopian stream.
Even though it is chaos some nights, so
it's chaos every goddamn night. Let's be honest, it's chaos every fucking night. We try to do CNN where we actually do news articles and bring world news to you, but what we end up doing is yelling at each other.
I know. I tried the news show. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's
right. That was interesting.
Hi, Vin. You guys are plugged into my cleavage right now, so if I sound muffled,
only once in a while.
Only once in a while. That's because I readjust and whatnot, and now I have it so that the mic is pointed upward instead of down into my titties. So
it's really difficult on YouTube now to try and do something original too. That's the hard part.
Oh, there's no such thing as an original idea. I'm going to explain that right now. There is no such thing as an original idea. Everything everyone is doing at this moment is literally just something that has already been done before. The only real difference is taking what already exists and spinning it to make it your own as much as possible. The cunt stream is nothing more than a copy of, I guess you could say, Warski Live, because Warski Live came before the cunt stream.
Yeah, back when Warski Live was actually somewhat decent.
And Warski Live was inspired by radio shows.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. But it turned out to be the only thing is that it turned out to be talking with one specific type of people, and that's where I think some of the issue came in.
Yeah, the right wingers.
Yeah, because you need a bit of variety in there, otherwise people are going to be like. I really hate that assumption though that you have someone on your show, that means you agree with them. It's no.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that kind of pissed me off about it is when Warski started bringing on alt-writers and was having JF as his co-host and everything, people started saying, oh, yeah, no, he's an alt-right sympathizer. Oh, no, yeah, totally, Warski's alt-right and stuff. And I'm like, have you ever watched his channel? Have you ever watched the Warski Live? I know you haven't. But these are people that have been bitching about Andy Warski for several months now, and they don't seem to know a thing about Andy Warski or Chris Warski. If anything, they are more left-leaning centrists. They don't
Yep.
actually align themselves with the right or the left. They don't call themselves liberals or conservatives. Now, JF may have actually had an official political leaning and such because he unironically calls himself a white nationalist. Fine. But Andy himself never actually aligned with these people.
Oh, I know that.
Okay,
That's why
so
it was- the vandalism, it was hilarious. Just
just to remind everybody, Cheerview, I think you're echoing again.
it's fine. I'm about to head off anyway, but thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh
No
yeah,
problem,
no,
man.
thanks for joining us. That's Academy debates.
Yep.
Mhm.
Every Friday night, and then Wednesday night is a discussion show. So feel free to tune in. That'll be great.
Cool.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Have a good night,
Laters.
dude.
But to remind everybody, this is the quote unquote call-in episode. So feel free to slide into Brockus's DMs and be like, yo, link me, bitch. And he will gladly link you.
Yes.
Because he's great.
Unless, of course, your name is Yobi Axis, Zephanorian, or Liz Reptile.
I
The
know
three of
those
them
are
have
people.
been blacklisted. Never again.
Who are those people?
They're terrible, terrible people. Zeph and Liz are doxers. Even though Liz has never been proven to officially dox anyone, she has gathered information, at the very least, of Vamp Candy herself, given it to Zeph, and the two of them collectively put her docs out there into the ether, or the internet itself. Yobi Axis is somebody who was extremely sympathetic of Liz Reptile, and when everyone was pretty much fed up with Liz's bullshit, Yobi kept pissing everyone off by continuously trying to push for it. Also, he hates MGTOW so much that he actually is an anti-MGTOW, and he doesn't stop talking about MGTOWs, and it's very fucking annoying. But one particular stream, he was given the Hangouts link, and instead of actually clicking on it and joining the Hangouts, he decided to actually tweet it out to everyone who follows him. At the time, I followed him, so I went and checked it out, and sure as shit, yeah, there the Hangout link was. Myself and Vamp both actually took screenshots and threw it back in his face when he tried to claim he didn't do that. So
Okay.
that's the reason why he's the outside dog, and that's the reason why Liz and Zeph are never allowed back on.
Okay. I don't care.
No, fair enough. I mean,
But at least now I know they're not allowed. I also to a Gluck. I'm on the internet right now. How do you think I'm streaming? But on top of that, I don't care. Like, this is old news. I'm just glad to know that, like, they're not allowed, and I'm asking to be polite.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
They
Just
still creep
asking.
around.
Yeah.
By the way, like I've noticed Zeph in your guys' chat a couple of months back. I talked some shit to him. I told him I was going to anally probe him because he deserved to get it. Mm-hmm.
But if any of you would like to hop on this stream, get into
well, we also have two people, I guess you could say technically in the waiting room right now. I'm actually going to bring on Race Jacobson in just a minute. And then after we have Race Jacobson on, we're going to bring on Stone Mexican Guy, who is kind of spamming the chat right now, saying, bring me on. Calm down,
he's
bro.
just bring
I
them
got his
both. Bring
Discord
them both on.
message.
Fuck it. Why do we
Hop on
only
at
have
the
to have
time.
one at a time?
Just to keep from being overwhelmed and such.
And little Jay Moxley wants on, but he said he's having issues DMing you, Brockus.
1 second.
I mean, I can send him the link. I have him on my show all the time.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Well,
And then Full
first,
Metal says
Marcus,
he's
go
gonna-
ahead and link what's his face is the Stone Mexican Guy and Bad Prawn Comedy Hour.
All right, Race, you have the link. Go ahead, Trippy, send the link to Stone Mexican Guy.
No problem.
Although I have to say, Stone Mexican Guy, that's actually not my Discord. That's the Help for the Guildless Discord you're a part of. All right, so
Okay, hold on, wait, real quick. First off, I don't need you to link him. I don't, because he's not asked for one yet anyway. But a Gluck. Just because I run a show, that doesn't mean I should care. It just means I run a show. Is my show about YouTube drama? Oh, no, it's not. Then there you go. I don't need to care.
Your show's about cocks, not assholes. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly, doofus. And who do we have? Who joined us?
Race Jacobson,
Race.
how's it going?
What's up, dude?
Formerly the Fright Power Ranger himself.
Oh yes, a bygone era.
Hey, you can see his Fright Power Ranger helmet every time he speaks. So, sorry, dude, that's your face.
God damn it.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, I'm the White Power Ranger.
Could you
Oh.
imagine actually somebody like an episode of Power Rangers, one of them morphs, and their helmet actually is giving that goofy ass smirk on it? Like,
Oh.
I don't know what's gonna happen, dude.
I can't believe I just realized White Power Ranger. Why did that never click before?
What the? Really,
I never thought
dude?
about it. And then the Black Power Ranger, but they were friends. See, they were bringing people together.
Hold on 1 second. Órale, vato.
What's up? It's cracking.
What
What's up,
up?
Raucus, fellow
I'm let
Mexican?
down.
What? Wait, what? Hold on a second. What's this icon you got here? This looks like
That's me in the CM Punk pose with half a Jason mask.
I was actually gonna say that looks like CM Punk with the Mexican flag in the background and half a Jason mask. That is bitchin', dude. I like that.
No,
CM
that's actually half my fucking spick face.
Really?
Yeah, when I had hair and shit before I started shaving my head
Fair enough.
because I wanted to go full Mexican, so I decided I had to be bald.
You know, it's kind of funny. I have an uncle that is ghost white, mostly because of all the drugs he's done over the years. But ghost
I figured
white
he's from Sinaloa.
does his best to be as Mexican as possible, and yet he just looks like a white guy trying, like the guy from Blood In, Blood Out.
Miklo. Or the more common example would be Canelo Alvarez.
There you go.
Holy
So-
shit.
How have you guys
So-
been tonight?
Doing pretty good. Mark
I-
Camus says that I look like I'm 4 bong loads deep in my profile photo. I always look stoned when I smile. I don't know why. I haven't smoked weed in years. This is
I was
my
going to
face.
say, you look like you're 3 shots into some whiskey.
Yeah,
That's
I'll go
more
ahead.
likely. That's more likely these days.
He just ate the worm.
No, I've never actually done tequila. What's that shit like? I usually only ever drink whiskey.
It gets you fucked up and it burns your throat. It's amazing. Grows hair on your chest and your ass.
I can't wait to not try that.
What, tequila?
Yeah.
Tequila and I used to be best friends, but then I just drank way too much of it one night. So now I can't do that shit unless I really want to fucking get sick.
You need to
or
reunite with your friend
violently.
Tequila. Life's too short to hold grudges, man.
He makes me violent too. Jose,
You're just
Cuervo
letting out
is
your
a
inner
bastard
wetback, dude.
sometimes.
You have to be violent. I mean, you're a fucking orc.
that's true.
I played Skyrim. You guys got that blood rage shit.
Looks like Gluck says that the stream would be a perfect name.
This is a stream.
The stream. I think half the people
Hmm.
that drink while they're on this stream would have a problem saying that shit, Glug.
Possibly.
Imagine Schmeckle when he's, already been putting them down, trying to say the stream.
Schmeckle's a funny looking dude, man. He looks like a freaking gypsy drunk carnival guy. Like he wants me to fucking pay extra money to throw balls into the fish bowls.
You haven't seen him with his face paint on yet.
He looks like if Macho Man Randy Savage got AIDS in the fucking 80s and just kind of started doing it over the years.
Or if he's like got an extreme meth habit.
Oh, a little low blows. He's not even around here to defend himself right now.
Well, that's cool, man. I look like I fucking stand in front of Home Depot begging for work. It's all good, baby.
I've seen you out there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
fine.
real quick, guys. Real quick. What are you talking about?
We're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
the Cholo, the Carney, and the Stoner. Apparently,
The Cholo, the Carney, and the Stoner.
They walked into a bar. The Cholo got deported. The Stoner got high, and the Carney tried to sell you a freaking teddy bear for $25.
He didn't try to sell it. He was trying to get you to play the game. You were going to win it.
No,
It's too
he's
bad.
gonna trick you into losing 5 times, and then he's gonna tell you to give him $25 to buy it.
Oh.
Oh,
Is the teddy bear supposed to be used like the old popcorn trick in the theater? Is that what's going on here?
So many fun
Only if you're gonna use it as a sex sock.
No, keep getting your ice. It's fine. I'm not muting. I'm gonna let Zug get his ice in the background of all this. Oh, and a Gluck. I'm not stoned. I'm just fucking exhausted. I got home like maybe an hour and a half ago. Like I finally got home after leaving Friday. So it's been
Nice.
a long weekend.
You sound stoned. I look stoned. We should do the fucking the Dragon Ball Fusion shit, and we can actually be high.
Yeah, I don't wanna fuse with you. Sorry.
Hey, have you guys seen
doesn't
that guy
want
that's
those in
running
there.
for office in California, the Jew hater?
what now?
No.
There's this guy
What?
running for office in California, and he like hates Jews. He stands on the Israel flag and shit, and he's like running for legit office in California.
I didn't
I'm gonna
know
vote
Richard
for that guy.
Spencer was running for office.
No. Some guy named Patrick Little or something. I'm gonna vote for him because I think it'll be funny. Imagine
think
that dude in front of the Senate,
that's
like
how-
just roasting Jews, being like,
That's how
"I
Donald
see all
Trump
you
got in
hook-nosed
office.
bastards." Yes, but he wasn't Jew bashing. This guy's like hardcore Jew bashing.
right.
It's amazing.
That's
I'm
pretty
not
cool.
gonna lie,
Or
that-
not
that
cool,
actually-
but I'm gonna have to look this up.
No, yeah, like he legit. There's a video of him standing on the Israeli flag, talking shit about the Republicans. It's amazing.
Is it, when
And
he's
he's like
standing on
running
a flag,
for office.
it's
Yeah,
just a
while
question.
he's stepping on a flag. Yeah,
When
while
he
he's
is
stepping
stepping
on the
on a
Israeli
flag,
flag.
does he put his hand up and go, "See, Kyle"?
I wish
See
he would.
Kyle.
That would have been great.
And like his friend Kyle's over there waving,
Have you
Or
seen
like, how
Kyle?
tall is the grass?
right?
Ishtar's in the chat. I love you, Ishtar.
She don't like me. She's clown racist.
No, she's not clown racist. You're just weird and creepy, dude. Like you
Are you-
really can come off as kind of a creeper and a troll. Like
And a
I'm just
juggalo.
saying, you say some
Yeah, that's
say
true.
some really like fucked up shit, dude.
It doesn't
That's one of the
everybody?
reasons why I
That's what
like
the
Twitter,
internet's
though.
for. That's what the internet's for. God.
Oh, and porn.
There's
And
always that.
saying
Yeah.
fucked up shit while in the
Yeah.
porn comment section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the more fucked up, the better.
Yeah,
Oh man. I
yeah.
was freaking kind of hoping a Gluck would be here because I like talking smack to that guy in the chat.
Oh, a Gluck, do you feel like getting smack talked on? Well, you're actually on the other side right now, so you can go ahead and talk all the shit you want.
Yeah, no, tell a Gluck how a Gluck is a Gluck.
Good
A
God,
Gluck is
you
a
are
cluck
exhausted.
who likes to smoke ducks.
What? A Gluck is a cluck? A Gluck is a
Gluck is
cock?
A Gluck
What?
is a cuck who
Gluck is
clucks
a
while
cu-
smoking
a
clucks.
That's his new name.
A Gluck is
AC
a cock.
Luck.
He looks like that guy I would sell aspirin to and tell him it was cocaine.
You should just change your name to AC Uck.
I actually
Okay,
got mad
yep.
one time because I was
That's-
doing lines of coke, and it like the first time ever it didn't smell like aspirin to me, and I'm like, "What? Are you guys giving me aspirin? This doesn't." And then like an hour later, I'm like, "Okay, no."
Wait, real quick. I may need references, but did a Gluck just did he just dock somebody?
He said
Because
good
he
one.
said good one, Andy.
It was an Andy Worski type joke. That's, I think, where he's going with that.
Oh,
Yeah, see the next line there? Stumble over your words like Andy Worski.
oh, was that the veiny Canadian guy?
Yeah, the one who stutters.
Yeah.
The one who likes coffee during streams?
Yes, he's the
I'm-
reason why whenever somebody walks away from their computer, we assume they're masturbating and say, "You're gonna go have a coffee."
Yeah, no, I'm the one who started saying whenever, because I heard of the story. I never met the guy, never talked to him, never seen his shit. So I don't know. But
You're a very fortunate woman.
is he bad? Does he suck?
Oh,
Some
it's-
people don't like Andy.
Gluck said a stoned Mexican Andy.
Yeah, I wasn't asking you guys. I wasn't asking you, Brockus, or you, Trippy. I'm asking the guy who said that I'm lucky. Why am I lucky?
Well, because you have a life, you don't know a lot of this internet stuff.
Yeah.
Really, but apparently, I'm a bad person for it because a cuck is so fucking hurt over the fact that I don't know these things, and I need to know these things, and I need to care.
Maybe he can make you flashcards like back in elementary school, and you can just pull them out and look at them for quick information.
Nah, I don't care enough.
Maybe you should start charging money for people for you to give a shit.
I should. I really should. I will start charging money to people.
We'll see. Gluck has the power of a ginger, and he's not a ginger. He's a fucking daywalker. Maybe that's why he knows all this internet shit.
Hey,
daywalkers,
Unknown Archive.
I mean, I know Gluck has a really high IQ because he's watched all the episodes of Rick and Morty.
So
The
have
fuck
I.
is Rick and Morty?
Ooh. That's
It's
not a
literally
hard
on right
feat.
now.
That's really not a hard feat to watch all. Now you tell me.
Oh, I know.
You go ahead and tell me you sat through every single episode of every single version of Star Trek, like never having seen it as a child or any shit like that, not having grown up on it. You go ahead and tell me that. I might be, well, concerned. In all honesty, I might be concerned because it's a lot to watch.
I've seen a handful of Star Trek episodes. Maybe 10.
Nice. I've never seen one except for that one clip of the really slow motion fighting against that cheesy looking lizard.
Oh, the zipper.
Oh, yeah. The Gorn.
I've seen
I
every
don't know.
episode.
It just
Guy. There you go.
oof.
Super low IQ here.
Unknown Archive, I would not be even remotely surprised if Unknown Archive has actually seen every single fucking episode of Star Trek ever made.
Dude, the Unknown Archive probably has you should play that, like just a couple of them, just a couple of little clips on the dump, like
No, don't do that.
less than 20 seconds.
Of
Like
there are certain shows.
Just do one of Kirk real quick, then do one of Picard, and then do one of Janeway. Like just go through each one of the captain in just a small little clip. Do that.
Nice.
Good.
That's actually the best.
If he gets Showa, then you have to host the dump from now on, Kadant.
I don't have to host shit that I'm not invited to host for. I don't need to do shit. Y'all don't understand. Like, this is me being incredibly active right now.
Well, you got vagina privilege.
do.
Yeah.
I
Unknown
guess
Archive says Janeway is the worst captain ever. Sorry, Cadet.
It's
Did it
alright.
Shepard.
I actually like Janeway. I liked her background and shit like that. Picard, of course, is the best, in my opinion.
Nice. Well, thanks for having me on, dudes. I gotta do some normie shit. I just stepping outside to smoke a joint. I gotta go back inside and be a parent.
Yeah, no worries. Before you go,
Yeah,
though,
no worries. Go
I
into
just
it.
want to do this for you.
The meme lives on the cunt stream.
Oh, I'm never gonna let it die.
Oh,
Always make a return on some stream.
I freaking play that when I'm rolling through black neighborhoods. Some people get it, some people don't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, look, check it out.
Ooh,
I'm a truck
someone-
driver. So, like, when I deliver things, I pull up playing, like, the most awkward music. Like, it'll be K-pop or something stupid. Last time I rolled up playing Alabama Nigger, and it was just... People were like... Some older white guys were like, oh, hey, yeah, that's cool. They're like, are you Mexican or what? I'm like, I'm whatever the fuck I want to be, bitch.
Yeah.
That's
well-
why I love playing my Ching Chong music. But thanks for joining us,
Yeah.
Stone Mexican guy.
Yeah, for sure. You guys take it easy. A gluck.
Take it
Have
easy.
a good night.
I'll see you later, Holmes. Sleep with one eye open, essay.
I'm not gonna see you later. Don't waste your time. Yeah, don't.
He's
do
gonna
this.
wake up. He's gonna wake up with a mule head in his bed.
A what?
A mule's head in his. Yeah.
It was supposed to be a horse head. It's a reference from Godfather.
I'm sorry. Man.
No. Oh, no. He's doing the. It's a burro.
Fine. A burro head in his
Bu-
bed.
because
God.
it's a that's what they
Burro.
call it. Burro.
All right, so Race has become mute. Not that he's muted.
I
He's
ain't
just
got nothing to say, nigga. I ain't got nothing to say yet.
All right, then kick them. This is get people to come on and talk.
All right,
You don't want
okay,
to
fine.
talk and
Okay,
talk.
fine. Since I have nothing to say, I'll shill. That's something. That's better than nothing. But yeah, but tomorrow
Don't
night.
show the Bad Prawn Comedy Hour.
Yes, exactly. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, Bad Prawn Comedy Hour. James Dean plays an immigration officer and tries to get Kadant to give him his papers.
Orale. La migra.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and bring on Little J Moxley at this time.
You should get UA in here at some point. I think he wants to throw down on some Star Trek shit. So.
UA has the dump tonight, but if UA wants to come on, I will gladly toss him the link. I think he follows me on.
Yeah, no. If any of y'all wanna pop in tonight, because tonight is the come into the cunt.
I've never done that.
Stream the stream, but you guys can go ahead and come in. You just gotta slide into Brockus's DMs and say, "Link me, bitch."
If anybody ever claims that I came into the cunt, I will adamantly deny it. It did not happen.
That's what fucking birth control is for.
I never did it. And she was on her period that day. But,
I heard
mean,
the
does that
same.
count?
Who's joined us? Shut up, Trippy. Who's joined us?
Hello?
Moxley.
Hey.
What's going on,
Yeah,
youngin?
pretty good. Hey, Brockus, I see you didn't follow through with that rape plan.
Yeah. I figured it was your birthday. Might as well let your butthole be whole for once.
Thanks.
But one day, if you get a mysterious call and there's an orc on the other end, you may want to watch out. Just look
Yeah,
outside
well,
to see if he's standing.
We live in the same state. It's fine.
I mean, he's big enough. He can't fit in a car, so he'll be standing next to a tree.
Dude, the fucked up part
Yeah.
is there actually are some car models out there I can't fucking fit in. Like I have tried. I used to for a couple of days I drove cars from one car lot to the next and stuff because I worked for like auction and everything. And they gave me the keys to some shitty ass fucking foreign car or something like that. Oh no. No.
Oh.
I couldn't fit in that thing to save my life.
I could not fit in that thing. I could not. Tennessee Marine. I'm not a Southern gal. I was raised by a Missouri man, so I kind of picked up on a little bit of that slang. Just a
Brock, the perfect car for you would be a Pontiac Fiero. You
No.
definitely
He needs what's it? He needs the pedo van.
Oh,
Oh,
No. Brockus can have a great van. Just X out the G. You know.
Okay, so fun fact: I actually I used to drive a van. The car is no longer legal to drive, so it just sits in my fucking front yard collecting dust and cobwebs. But the first time I pulled up to Kadunt's house with my van, and it's mine, haha. The first fucking thing she said was a pedo joke, and I was just like, I'm not even surprised at you, bitch.
And oh no, tell him what I taught my niece to say to you.
Oh, it wasn't actually specifically me. You taught your niece to start with Zell, and eventually you turned it on to me because I came back from Nevada to visit.
And
But-
you had your van.
She taught her niece to point and yell, "No, pedophile, no!"
A little rude. Was
No,
her house by a school zone?
It was fucking funny though. The only
Goddamn.
thing is that Zell would freak the fuck out when it was in the middle of the day and it was right next to a park, and he was just like, "Don't fucking do that in public! God damn it!"
There's like a school bus emptying, and she doesn't.
Yeah, actually, I think a few times Kadunt encouraged it in public, so Zell would freak the fuck out. I think that's one of mine and Kadunt's favorite things to do is freak Zell out in public. One of my
Do
favorite
you remember
things.
when he was going to college and you and I went to go and get him?
No,
you
okay.
You
So
and I
this-
went to go and get him.
So Back a few years when Zell was actually trying to get a degree and everything, and Kadant and I were still dating. We dropped him off at college. As soon as he got about 2-3 feet away from the van, I yell out real fucking loud, "You better come home with A's or I'm gonna beat you!"
And then I was just like, have a good day at school, honey. Bye. Bye. You be a good boy. Don't forget, okay? Don't mind him, all right? It's fine. You're fine, okay? Okay, thanks. Bye.
Zell told me later that he looked around after that had happened, and there were actual students with a lot of concern on their face, like, "Oh my god, he gets beat at home by his dad."
A domestic abuse.
Yep. One of my favorite things to do to Zell is there's a mall in our town and everything, and we go into the mall to hang out from time to time because we like to hang out, but we don't really have a set home to hang out at because like we don't like staying inside a house necessarily. We like to go out and be among the public, despite how much we hate people. But we go to this mall and there's a Rastafari store there. Anytime I walk by it or we walk near it, I give him this look, this really evil smile, and he's like, "Don't do it, don't fuck." And I just immediately go, "Oh yeah, we jamming."
Oh.
He gets so fucking mad and nervous, and he just starts speed walking past it because he's like, "I don't want to get beat up by Rasta people. I don't want to get beat up by Rasta people." Oh fuck.
So who do we have on right now?
Still we have Little J Moxley and Race Jacobson.
Okay, make them talk.
Yes.
All right.
Speaking of kids and things that shouldn't be, apparently the Teletubbies reproduced.
No.
They have
Yeah,
children.
Trippy talk.
God, that's like
Yeah.
my first reaction to that was fucking how. People are like, who's the father, who's the mama, whatever. But I'm thinking, how? Have you looked
When,
at Teletubbies?
When I was a kid, I thought it was the Teletubbies.
Okay.
I was a kid.
That would make sense.
Fucking TV in their fucking stomachs.
I remember seeing a few years ago, somebody had posted on Twitter that the little girl that played the son on the Teletubbies grew up and she's hot. And I'm like, ugh, why would you put that? It was a baby. Why would you even have that as an article?
Fucking weird.
Right. I don't give a fuck if you were a baby when you were watching it and you thought that the sun was hot in more than one way. You know? Don't tell everybody else about it. Just keep that shit to yourself.
Right?
But yeah, it seems like those tummies on their tellies were hiding something a little extra we didn't all know about.
Ugh.
I think
It's a
back in
fucking
the
image
day,
right there.
yeah, dude, before you were born, Moxley, there was a controversy with the Teletubbies because one of their toys, when you squeezed it, it would say something about being a faggot.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
it was misunderstood. It was something that they said, and it didn't quite get captured by whoever did the voice.
Fucking mistake, man.
Yeah, I think it came with a purse too.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, one of them had a fucking purse.
Yeah, Twinkie.
You guys know the names.
Well, he named it. I just said one of them had a fucking purse.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was always the joke. Tinky Winky was a Twinkie Winky.
Oh boy. It was a...
So he's probably not the father. Just saying.
Really?
Unless they can like breed through mitosis, I don't think
Like asexually. Yeah, that's the only other thing I can think of because
It's gonna be a weird.
they got no
story.
units. They got no units, man.
I don't know.
mean-
The one had the antenna that went straight up. You could say that that's a dick.
And
one of them
does
had a
have one
hole.
that's a circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, two of them had the circles. There was the,
Well,
the
one-
red one and the yellow one.
Why are we
Wasn't it-
talking about this shit?
Because it's
Wow.
fucking weird.
Teletubbies came up, man.
Have you seen the pictures of the little Teletubby babies? It's fucking nightmare fuel.
No, I don't.
I saw Opal posted it.
Yeah.
Of course you
Yeah.
fucking would.
That's the only reason I know about it, because that's the next thing she's obsessed over. If it ain't My Little Ponies, apparently it's Teletubbies now.
God damn it.
I posted a link in the chat, the YouTube chat of the Teletubby saying the F word. F-A word.
You said it earlier.
The
Faggot.
only time I give a shit about fictional characters saying fuck is usually like in anime or very specific cartoons, or that AI anime character that has their own fucking YouTube channel and shit, just because the fuck you meme was hilarious.
What?
Have you never seen the fuck you meme?
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically some AI thing, and they clipped it from somebody's let's play of one of the latest Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 7. And there's a part in the game where a character says "fuck you" a couple of times, so the AI apparently repeats it, and it's fucking funny. But instead of talking about that, I wanted to get your guys' opinion on the upcoming Solo movie. Or is that already out? I don't know anymore. I don't care.
Isn't it out by this week?
Solo? Like, I just don't
Oh,
give a
that's
shit.
okay. When you said solo movie,
What were
my
you
mind
thinking of?
went to superheroes. I'm like, who's getting another solo movie?
Oh, no. I mean, the Star Wars movie Solo. Like, I knew this movie was in for a bunch of shit when I saw fucking Rogue One, a movie that Kadunt and I just absolutely despise.
What am this
see.
Star Wars? Is this the show where the people go out and they use a Vulcan pinch nerve?
Don't make me slap the shit out of you. Make another joke like that and you're fired.
This is the one where they got to collect the beryllium spheres.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I
accept
love
that
that
one.
movie.
That one's okay because it's Galaxy Quest, and Galaxy Quest trumps everything. Well, sci-fi
I
movie
like that
ones.
movie. That movie's good. It's fun.
Star Wars is still life for me, but still.
But in Star Wars, they scream a lot and they make their hair yellow, right?
God damn it.
Okay, Trippy, you're fired.
Didn't even last a week.
Join us next week when Trippy Poop has to explain why he was fired, and I bring on Little J Moxley as my official new co-host.
I'll
Again.
take it.
This is your
The
first
following-
episode as his co-host, Trippy. What are you doing, dude?
That's got to be a
Following
record.
week when Schmeckle decides to give Trippy Poop his channel.
God.
And I rename it the Kadunt stream just to piss off Kadunt.
It wouldn't piss me off. It might piss off some people because
Mm.
I know I there's always haters, and I know there's people who hate me.
Yeah, there are some people that hate you but love Thorn or whatever. Can't even remember who that guy was.
There's too many women around Baracus. He can't remember their names.
Oh my god.
No, this is the most women that's ever been around Brockus voluntarily.
Most of the time, I kidnap them. I mean, what?
Ah. We're
What?
in the same business.
Clip that.
Hmm?
Clip that. Clip
Don't
that.
clip it. Don't clip it.
Somebody-
Kronos, fuck off. Don't clip
Clip
that.
Clip it.
Clip me.
Yeah.
Clip me so hard.
No.
William Stitchover says, well, Trippy Poop makes me want to fold socks.
Didn't you give him a link to your stream? He didn't come on.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, I meant to.
Well then, there you go.
You can have William on there. Yeah.
So what you guys want to talk about? Little J Moxley, Race, you've been on here for a good hot minute. Go away.
All right.
You shield Bad Prawn Comedy Hour. Go.
All right. Have a good night.
Let Little J and anybody else in the chat who wants to get a link.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Take it easy,
Good night,
man.
buddy.
So thanks for joining us, Race. I'm just a
Thanks
bitch.
for having me.
This is why people hate me.
So
That's why.
suggesting names for the show, I looked up synonyms for cunt, and I found one of them was the shame cave. So There's
The shame cave.
I like that.
What homosexual came up with that?
Oh, dude,
Because-
that's obviously Christian.
No, I'm sorry, but that sounds like something a gay guy a little too drunk at a nightclub would have basically called a woman's vagina because she was just sitting around and the dude that he thinks is cute is actually her boyfriend and shit. It's like, whatever, you stupid bitch with your shame cave.
Brockus, I don't think this will ever happen again, but I agree with Trippy. I think it sounds like a Christian or some form of religious
I was
name.
thinking either
You know,
Christian
like
or
you just imagine like a really like Christian mom like explaining to her daughter like, okay, so what you do is you don't let people touch your shame cave.
Another one I found was Granny Cellar, which is very disturbing.
Yes, that one's terrible.
wow.
Squishman.
Wow.
That one sounds like it would give people nightmares.
It
Yes.
also kind of sounds like anal.
There's also Sausage Wallet.
Sausage wallet.
It's a website I'm looking at right now. There's about
Sausage
200.
wallet stream. Hot dog bun.
The tampon tunnel.
It's
A tuna purse.
tuna purse.
Yeah. A whispering eye.
Yeah, no, whispering I have known about.
No,
I like that
straight up.
one.
If something ever winks at you from there, run. I'm just saying.
The yogurt factory. Huh.
Oh, you guys want to talk about using vagina yeast to make yogurt?
No.
I was thinking about that when he said it because I know about it or heard about it.
Ah,
There
God.
you go. Good. Topic. Go have discussion. If anybody else wants to pop on for a bit, hit Brockus up in the DMs. Hell, if what's his face? Who there's plenty of people in the chat who could pop
Get William
on.
on here. Come on, William.
Yeah,
on
Get
here.
William.
Always talking shit, trying to get me to go on camera, trying to jack off to my face. I know you. I see
Oh.
you, dog.
What did I walk back into? Who's trying to jerk off on what now?
William
It's
Stan Shepard. He's always talking shit when he comes in my chat. He's like, "Show your face." I bet Trippy won't show his face. He said that shit the night after I had been on cam all night.
And you showed your nips too.
Why are people so obsessed with that whole thing? Like, show your face, show
Well,
your
William-
face. Too much of a coward. You won't show your face. Does it fucking matter?
Fun guy. He's a fun guy.
Maybe I have something on my face that I don't want the world to see. Like, I don't know. Fucking Jesus Christ with this.
Or I'll
I
make
know
you
that-
go blind.
I know that William is probably like, just being a little dick about it and everything like that. But like every once in a while, you do actually run into faggots like Cody Crossman who actually do try to fucking do the whole show your face, you're a coward because you won't show your face crap.
Oh, that happened during a debate with a flat earther and that one dude, Red's Rhetoric. And it was Red's Rhetoric and Jeranism. And Jeranism's like, you want to prove that fucking Earth is round, man. Why don't you show your face? I'd believe you if you showed your face.
Right? Like, I
Red's
don't
do
understand
that. He doesn't want to, It's like, leave the dude the fuck alone. You flat earther.
Don't you want to bring on a flat earther on your show?
I do. I would love to get a flat earther on my show. And I don't want to do like the whole, fuck you because you believe something stupid or anything. I just want to talk to him and be like,
I would want to
Give
bring
us
a flat
like-
earther on Constream only if Kadunt was actually in the hangouts so I could watch her just like mock the fuck out of him.
"Mhm."
You have not enjoyed really weird, cringy, fun roasting until you've seen Kadunt just dip into her like Duncy Valley Girl voice and mock the fuck out of people being stupid.
Ooh.
Well, Kadan, I found a website where there's people who believe that the Earth is a cube.
God damn it.
Yeah. You remember that, Brockus? I sent you the link.
Yeah. No.
Never gonna stop.
Dude, this website says the day and night is not 4 strings. There are 7 blank clocks. What the fuck does that mean?
Is this also the same website where they said the pyramids were built by Frenchmen or some shit?
No, that's different. That was a YouTube video, and the guy claimed that the pyramids were built in the 1700s by white French people. I don't know why, but apparently it was to make black people look bad, I guess. Whatever.
Hmm.
It's all to make
Huh.
black people look bad, I guess. They wanted to build the real place that the Black Panther comes from. Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Yeah. I forgot it for a second. Sorry.
Even though Kadunt is a casual when it comes to comic books, she at least knows Wakanda. You filthy.
Well, I
fucking
forgot it for a
peasant.
second. Okay, I never watched Black Panther, but I saw Infinity War. So
No,
that's the only.
that's fine. That's fine. Kadunt has officially moved up a couple of notches because of her actual knowledge of comic books. Trippy, you're fired.
I thought he was already fired.
He got hired and then fired again.
Well, see, he said fired 3 times, so that means I'm hired.
It doesn't work like that.
No, it does.
It-
does.
All right then.
Does.
Oh, but speaking of comic books, has anybody been following the drama behind Jawbreakers lately?
It does.
Yeah, isn't like some retailers not gonna support her or some shit?
Well, it was just that at first. See, when some people found out, specifically from Marvel, that and some of the haters, when they found out that Antarctic Press was actually going to pick up the book Jawbreakers and make it an actual graphic novels to put inside stores and everything, so people can have the physical copy. Some stores actually said that they were not going to carry it, which wasn't a huge deal. It was just one of those things where Rich decided to make a video about it and say, like, these are the companies who have openly decided that they're not going to carry the book. He told his audience specifically not to go and harass them, not to actually bug them, not to contact them, and all that stuff. But he just wanted them to be aware that if you're in this area, these are the stores that will not carry the book. Shortly after that, however, Bleeding Cool and a bunch of other people tried to actually claim that he was doxing these people, that he was doxing the employees. And it's like, no, that's not at all what's happening. But then what they didn't know, well, they kind of knew, but didn't realize how bad it was going to get. Mark Waid himself from Marvel Comics decided to harass and bully the fuck out of Antarctic Press so much that in a couple of days after that whole thing started, Antarctic Press's boss, owner, called up Rich and said he has to pull out.
Wow.
I realize what I
Damn.
just said.
Raucous link lo-fi.
Oh, the loafies.
Oh, hey,
But yeah, the shame of it all is that
it's gonna come.
that Mark Waid had been bitching at Rich for so long to create his own book, to put it on the shelves, and we'll see from there. Like, oh yeah, well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? You talk so much shit on these writers and artists, and why don't you actually create something yourself? And I'm like, he was like, okay, fine. He tried it once. He failed miserably because it sucked. He tried again. Jawbreakers is now the third. It was number 3 in the April graphic novels rankings. Number 3 worldwide, I think. And that's fucking impressive, especially since these are some relatively big names in comic books and a nobody writer who actually did this and made this happen and shit. So I guess Mark could not stand the idea of competition, could not stand the idea of actually like having Richard C. Meyer and John Malin's work put on the shelves. So they decided to harass and bully Antarctic Press.
Hold on one second, Brockus, if you don't mind. Gary McIntosh is saying, hey, some comic book store got robbed, and they're blaming people who are following the people of Jawbreakers comics.
Yeah, funny thing about that, you see, it turns out that particular store is actually in a relatively bad neighborhood and has had multiple break-ins in the past. But here's the funny thing. What store does anyone know keeps money in the register overnight? Does any store do that anymore?
Dumb ones.
Yes.
If the owner doesn't give a fuck anymore, yeah.
True.
yeah.
And maybe that is the case, but yeah, they claimed that the people broke in, stole money from the register, and eventually left. Didn't trash the place, didn't destroy the comic books, didn't do anything else. Just broke in, stole the money, and took off. And they're trying to claim that it was followers of diversity in comics. That's not even remotely true.
Yeah, they're gonna need some proof for that.
Yeah, Jeremy from the Quartering specifically thinks that maybe the store owner faked an actual break-in to do exactly what she's doing, and that is, lie and say that it was them. Me, I think that it would just so happen to be a coincidental break-in. They broke in, they're dumb, they left money in the register. The person knew that they left money in the register, stole the money, took off, and that's that.
Mm-hmm. Most likely it is. I mean, what did you say? How much they got?
No, it didn't say how much was actually taken. Just that money was taken. Or are you referring to the Indiegogo?
No, just what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Seeking Origin is saying, for anyone curious, harassing a publisher to censor competition is against the law. Mark Wade's about to be a bitch.
That's actually true. There are several screenshots that have been taken as official proof, with, of course, timestamps showing when the message was sent, and they were all over his Facebook, which he has since deleted. But of course, if he did nothing wrong, why would he need to delete the messages? But on top of that, there are several logs, there are several screenshots, and so on and so forth. There's plenty of evidence to show that Mark Waid was, in fact, harassing and bullying the owner of Anarchic Press. And Richard C. Meyer has recently filed a report about that exact tactic. So Waid may have fucked himself big time by doing that.
He goofed.
Oh, that's not just a goof. That's basically what he did is considered highly illegal practices in any business here in America. You are not allowed to do shit like that. How you beat the competition is have a better product or buy the competition out because you've got the money for it, whatever the case is.
Disney.
That's how you get rid of the competition. But yeah, so Mark Waid may have just gotten himself fired and blacklisted from comic books forever, simply because he wanted to be a little bitch about things. And funny enough, if you look up Mark Waid in Google search, in Google Images, you will see what appears to be an old man from a long time ago who was probably just a big pussy when he was growing up, like that guy that wanted to avoid a fight as much as possible, so he probably paid a guy who was twice his size just to walk around him all the time.
Jeez.
Huh.
And then, of course, Gail Simone and Tess Fowler taking up with Mark and saying Mark didn't do nothing wrong and all that stuff. Yeah, go ahead and look them up, and you can pretty much guess why they probably have that same sort of thought process as Mark didn't do anything wrong kind of thing, because they both look like they just sort of bitch about the dumbest shit you could imagine.
He done nothing.
Right?
Rugged. If I had bodyguard, if I was gonna hire some bodyguards, I would only hire little people.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. I would have a group of midgets as my bodyguards.
To be fair, I'm not a midget.
He's a
No,
little
but I would
person.
love that.
Yeah, dude, it's just like little people, and they're all dressed just like you.
God damn it.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Fuck you, Trippin.
Some little people that they need jobs. They don't have very many that are open to them, and
True.
it's not like you're
True.
gonna see any of them working stock.
Oh, but speaking of little people, have any of you guys ever heard of Brad Williams?
Who?
Sounds familiar.
Brad Williams.
Nope.
I had to Google. him.
Yeah, if you Google him, you will find he's basically a midget. He's a midget comedian, and the dude is fucking hilarious. I caught one of his shows years ago when I was still doing stand-up, and I got free tickets to a show because one of the guys I did
Brad
stand
Williams,
up with.
the guy from who used to be part of Jackass.
Was he a part of Jackass?
Yeah, he's his name is Brad Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew what Wee Man's real name was. Oh, okay. Yeah, Wee Man, basically. Brad,
Yeah.
I knew that
this
name
guy
was
is fucking
familiar.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But what about him?
Oh no, I was just I was curious if anyone actually knew about him. That dude is fucking hilarious, and he is very raunchy in his comedy. I swear that guy
He
has said some shit.
pissed off other people. Like he's pissed off some people because he uses to describe himself. He uses the word midget.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's throwing a fit.
No, that was Wee Man. Brad Williams is not Wee Man. Oh, I apologize if I was wrong. I thought it was the same person. I could have sworn that
They
it
do
was.
look a lot alike.
Yeah. So I apologize. Thank you for correcting me. Bruni's asking, what do you think about the American embassy in Israel moving to Jerusalem?
I don't give a fuck.
Desert rats. I don't know.
All right.
Look, I hate politics so much that when it actually gets into legit political politics and everything involving politicians, presidents, officials, and so on and so forth, I lose interest because I don't really care about these things. Now, I should obviously care enough because I live in a country that's run by politics and everything, obviously. But when it comes to things like this, I just don't care enough. Like, okay, so Trump actually did the one thing that every president has said that they're going to do since like the fucking 80s. And Trump actually followed through with doing exactly this. And now they're putting an embassy in Jerusalem. Good for them, I guess. I don't fucking care. I really don't. Like, I should care also because I do have a cousin that's over fucking in Jerusalem, or at least Israel specifically. And he's Israeli Special Forces. So, like, you know, again, there should be care there. There isn't. I just don't care. I don't understand why people have such a big fucking deal. There's a religious war going on between the Muslims and the Jews, and it's been going on since basically the fucking Crusades. Like, just blow up one of them and fucking just be done with it.
Oh, wait. Brad Williams is the guy who was on Mind of Mencia, right?
Yeah, there was a picture of him.
He was one of the
That's
midgets
what it
on-
was. All right. My bad.
I forgot
Anyway,
Mencia's first name.
Carlos.
Carlos. That joke stealer. Thank you.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's a fucking joke stealer. Brad better be careful. Carlos.
Actually, fun fact: Brad Williams got into the stand-up scene because of Carlos Mencia.
Ah.
So it was something after all.
Apparently, Carlos Mencia. So this is the actual like story that Brad told in his stand-up that I caught. Carlos was in one of the improvs here in Southern California. Well, how many do we have? 5 of them? Fuck. Anyways, he was at one of the improvs in Southern California, and they were basically Carlos was doing a big show. But obviously, if anyone's ever seen a stand-up show, you would know that there's actually more than one act. However, the main person is the one on the sign and everything like that. It's Carlos Mencia, but usually it'll be like Carlos Mencia and friends, whatever. When one of his friends, when Carlos's friends was actually doing stand-up, they were trying to do a midget joke. Brad was in the audience, and he was actually saying, "Oh, come on, you could do better than that." And like he was kind of heckling him, but he was making better midget jokes. So the guy said, "Dude, you're pretty fucking funny. Do you want to come up here and actually do a couple of minutes?" So Brad was like, "Yeah, fuck that." He gets up, he goes up on stage, and he fucking kills it. And that was his very first show ever, was actually taking the spot of one of Carlos's openers. Carlos was so fucking impressed that he actually brought him on tour, and then eventually onto Mind of Mencia.
Nice.
Yeah.
A weird, different way to break in.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Jason Acuna is Wee Man's real name.
Hmm.
Ah. Well, I knew the name Brad Williams. When I first looked at him, I thought that they were the same person.
All those white midgets look alike.
Damn white midgets.
I do
That's
find it so
little
fucking
people.
funny though. Dude, it is so goddamn funny when fucking Brad Williams is pissing off a bunch of little people across the world because he's using the word midget. And it's like, that's degrading to our kind. It's like, shut up, you fucking midget faggot.
Oh, did anybody hear about the Bernie's bringing this up? The Cheesecake Factory employees that attacked a black man wearing a MAGA hat.
I did not hear that.
I've never heard that, but the irony is not lost.
Get out of here, you racist! Racist against black people.
That's that's almost as funny as the white guy wearing the Black Lives Matter T-shirt, standing off against the black guy with the Confederate flag.
They're just looking at each other confused.
Yeah, because like I think everyone was confused with that photo. They're just like, I don't know what to fucking think anymore.
Morning, Ani.
A bunch of people fucking chanting, and all of a sudden they walk up and everybody gets silent. Staring. It's gonna be a showdown.
Did you link Lo-Fi?
Yeah, I did.
Go boy.
I think the only thing that made me like before the Confederate flag, black guy, and Black Lives Matter fucking white guy photo, I think the most confusing thing I had ever seen on the internet was a Klansman, well, actually 3 Klansmen holding up a sign saying black gay Jews awaiting acceptance into the Klan.
Huh.
And there were rainbows all over the sign. The Klansmen suits themselves were like really like violet purpley suits with some pink splashed around. And I'm just looking at the sign like none of that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Must be low members.
It was very fucking confusing.
Well, Bruni just tagged all of us in the tweet about it. So, the black guy with the MAGA hat.
Now, see, that's got to be confusing, but I am going to take a look at this because I want to know. Black man attacked wearing a MAGA hat. Were the attackers white? Because that might make sense.
Well, they make cheesecake stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Florida Man.
Good God.
Yay!
Oh.
Verbally attacked a man. Okay, so it wasn't like a physical attack.
Oh, verbally.
No, because if they're attacking somebody over like political beliefs, and mostly if they're attacking somebody over you're wearing a MAGA hat and you're conservative, then they're not going to physically attack because I'm
Well,
just
because he's black, they can't physically attack him.
Yeah, that's a hate crime.
He beat their asses.
You know what's actually very disturbing about that? Because there are so many stories of these people being attacked for their political leanings and shit like that.
What do you mean by these people?
What do you mean?
You mean niggers?
No, there have been several stories since the fucking goddamn election, even or just before it, where people would be physically attacked just because they supported Trump. But like there were a lot of stories where other people would kind of talk shit on people because they supported Hillary. Anytime the whole Hillary supporting thing or the Bernie supporting thing happened, like people would talk shit on them and say that they were stupid, they were dumb, whatever the case was and shit. And eventually it would just, turn into this either one of two things. Either A, they laughed it off on social media and thought it was fucking funny, like, oh, like it's a bad thing. Or B, they made a big fucking deal about it and it's like, this is atrocious. They're attacking me for my political leanings. How intolerant of them. They're disgusting. But these are the same fucking people who would turn around and like punch a motherfucker in the face because he's wearing a MAGA hat. Like, really? You don't see how fucking hypocritical that is?
It was happening on both sides.
Oh, I'm not denying that.
But you're saying that the majority was only on one side, but it was happening on both sides. Like there was a whole like punch Nazis things, but there was also like a lot of people like just getting shoved for say doing the what's her face, what was her fucking slogan? I forget.
He for she.
No,
I'm with her.
I'm with her. For wearing like I'm with her shit. Like there were fights breaking out over people who were like, no, it's Trump, no, Hillary. And it's just like both of these people are fucking stupid. And to say that it was mostly like, you'll hear about the right like verbally attacking, Hillary or Bernie supporters, but like the Trump supporters were getting physically attacked. I'm like, no, both.
I wasn't saying that it was mostly one.
That's exactly what you said.
No, that's not actually.
Listen back to it, dude. Just listen back. I'm only clarifying that it's not only the right that is getting physically getting physically attacked.
I'm not saying that it was only the right that was getting physically attacked, but there were a lot of stories before the election, after the election, even today. There were a lot of stories of people on the right being attacked simply because of their political beliefs. People on the left have been attacked for a long fucking time because of their political beliefs. Hell, I've seen people on the left being attacked simply because they were fucking gay. I'm not saying it's one-sided. I'm just saying a lot of what I had seen is the hypocrisy of people going to social media and making this big fucking deal because they got made fun of for supporting Hillary or Bernie, but then turning around and supporting people that assaulted the people who were supporting fucking, MAGA, making America great again and shit. It's fucking stupid. It doesn't matter what side of the argument you're on. If you actually play victim for one side because you're being mocked or attacked in any way, shape, or form, but then turn around and support people attacking the opposition, you're a fucking hypocritical piece of shit. Both sides were fucked up. I hated both sides. I refused to fucking vote. And I openly say, yeah, I supported Bernie because a lot of what Bernie said actually made sense to me. Did he win? No. He got beat out by Hillary, by shitty ass fucking DMC.
He didn't get beat out by her. She paid her.
She paid her way
into it, and then they fucked themselves by doing that shit. Like, are they serious? Like, do you know how many Bernie supporters I know voted for Trump? Like, that was fucking beautiful.
That was actually, dude, one of our common friends on Facebook messaged in a group chat I was a part of, screaming after they had found out that Hillary won, air quote, won against Bernie Sanders. His immediate response was, I'm going to vote for Trump out of spite. Out of spite! And all it was from that point forward was just him in all caps screaming spite for 5 minutes.
Tennessee Marine, I agree. Mostly because I don't. But he says, people are dumb. Why fight about politics when you can just have great sex, smoke weed, and chill the fuck out? Now, me, I don't smoke weed for really good reason. That
reason is her religion.
No, the reason is the way one of my friends in Oregon described it, because she'd seen me high. Me high on weed is like her high on acid. Like normal people high on acid, that's what it's like for me being high on weed.
Oh, I got a little article for you, Brockus. It says, men should work less to close the gender pay gap, says Think Tank.
Yeah, and that's stupid. Again, I honestly I don't even believe these articles half the time. To be completely honest, a lot of these articles I feel like they're only coming out to be as controversial as they can, so people just click onto the article, read the shit, get pissed, talk about it, and so on and so forth, because that's how these people get paid. By being clickbaity and being controversial, because no one actually cares anymore. Realistically, no one but the people who consistently cover this shit honestly care. Like, if there was another article that came out, something along the lines of white people absolutely have to now pay 30% on their taxes to black people for reparations, shit like that, even though that's not a law that's been passed, nor is that ever going to be a law that's going to be passed. Yeah, still, that article would get a lot of people pissed the fuck off, and they'd click on the damn thing, and it would get people reading it. And most likely, the article isn't as bad as people might make it out to be and shit. And it's all just because they want fucking clicks. They want views. They want clicks. That's it. So they try to be as controversial as they possibly can, because they can't sell themselves any other way. They can't be entertaining enough. They can't be incisive enough. They have to do this. So it's all bullshit. I don't believe half the people that write this garbage even actually believes it themselves.
Yeah, that's probably the case. I mean, they're hired to make controversial shit so that people see it, just like you said, and it'll get shared around, and people go give the site fucking views, and it doesn't matter what you write as long as it gets people's attention.
Blue Collar Canuck says we already do pay reparations. It's called foreign aid to Africa.
All those white farmers in Africa
Fair
need
enough.
aid. That's who needs it.
Yeah.
People
Like,
get
okay,
attacked by random gangs.
let me ask you guys this. If another article...
Oh,
So if another Bernie's another article to thing. Ones that aren't openly calling for a communist revolution aren't denouncing it, and until I hear them denounce it, I prefer to treat them like they endorse it. An enemy won't make themselves known as an enemy during peace times, only during war. Blue Collar Canuck. And then there are the fuckheads who want to abolish modern science because it was brought in as a result of colonial. Are you serious?
Oh, actually, that's a real thing, except it's not here in America that has been discussed. It's actually in West Africa. There's a video of these students at a college in West Africa, and one of the students is giving this speech about how science is bad because it was brought on by the colonialists, and that black magic, like voodoo, is actually real, but science is racist and so on, and should be bad. After giving
Wait,
this
is that the
speech-
voodoo on you?
No, that's not the voodoo on you. This is actually a couple of years old. But almost immediately after she gives her speech about how fucking science is racist and how everybody should just get rid of science and all that stuff, she immediately jumps on her cell phone. That doesn't scream
In
irony
South
at all.
Africa? Seeking Origin is saying South Africa, I think. The science must fall hashtag.
No, I believe that was supposed to be in West Africa specifically, not South Africa. Although it could have been South Africa.
And
I'm not
Raystone
100% certain.
Raystone has a really good point. Voodoo was invented in the Caribbean.
But it's
Like-
made its way throughout many different continents.
so do we have any other call-in peoples?
It doesn't look
yeah.
like we do. I mean,
Well-
I gave the link in Lo-Fi.
Reshill that fact, just in case people.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat wants to come on in, just was the DM Brockus?
Yep,
And
my DMs are
ask him
currently
for hangout invite. It's open tonight, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Come into the cunt. Stream. The
I
stream.
only did that
inviting.
once. God.
Metaphorus, thank you, Metaphorus. So Metaphorus has the same effect, apparently, or a similar effect that it does when smoking weed. THC has an effect that didn't on others, so he had stopped taking it, but for him, he had to fake smoking it to fit in, and I can understand that too. I've never had to deal with that kind of bullshit. Like, I've had a couple of people who were like, "Ah, come on, just a little hit," and then I explained to them, "Oh no, do you want me to kill your high?" So just try and let them know that much. Like, you'll kill, because you can kill other people's highs with the shit that goes on, or at least that's what happens when I do.
If you act a little nuts and they're fucking stoned, they will, their adrenaline might kick in and actually just cut their buzz off. Or, the fact that they're concerned about you.
Well, yeah, no, it's just some of the shit that I would bring up and tell them and talk about. Like, it's like some existentialist, like, kind of stuff that totally takes them out of the moment. Like, it kills their high. Like, they're just trying to sit there and chill and giggle. And I kill that shit for them because, yo. Voodoo is over 10,000 years old. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I've had some, back when I used to smoke, well, more or less back when I was in high school, there was a few times when we got people high that had never smoked weed before. That's a fucking horrible idea. Don't pop somebody's buzz cherry. It's a bad idea. Especially in high school. Because one of the kids my friend Brian tricked him into thinking that there was crack in the weed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was literally a piece of fuzz stuck to one of the buds. And he was like, dude, if you're hardcore, you will smoke this crack weed with me. And the kid's like, dude, I'm hardcore. I'm fucking hardcore. Give me a lighter. Shit. I'm ready. Let's go. And then, like a half hour into his buzz, he was fucking scratching his arm, and he's like, I think I need to smoke some more of that stuff, guys.
Wait a second. Ray Stone, do you think theistic religions only existed about 10,000 years ago? Because I could name 5 off the top of my head that existed during the BC era. Because Ray Stone
go on.
Who reads the fucking thing, and now he wants to talk.
Well, I'm just saying, because if voodoo is over 10,000 years old, okay, fair enough. But the Norse gods are older than that. The Greek gods are older than that. The Egyptian gods are older than that. The Aztec gods are older than that. All of them predate 10,000 years. Because 10,000 years is not that old compared to how old the planet actually is and how old most societies are. Theistic faith merged with civilization about 7,000 years ago. Really, you want to stick by that actual number?
That seems a little high. But we don't, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Or not a little high, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna say this, we don't know. We cannot say for sure. There's only maybe the records of theistic religions can say such things that we've found, but we don't know for sure. It could be as old as like the first cave drawings. Like, you never know.
That's true.
How old would the Anunnaki be? Scarfy the Strange asked.
I think it's somewhere around 12 to 14,000 years ago. I've watched some things on them.
See, okay, I'm
Norse
having a little
gods?
trouble with the 2,000-year-old Norse gods. Really, you're trying to say that only 18 years after Christ's death, the Norse decided to create Odin, Thor, and all the other gods in their heads? Like, you're honestly going to tell me that? Really?
What?
Yes.
Just no need to. People have their. It's something that's gonna be hard. It will be really difficult, or whatever, to say for sure when these all came out. We only know of what records that have been found. AP, oh my lover, husbandu. Due to Fripe supremacy being the right supremacy, this conversation is rendered moot.
I have to agree with him on that one.
Link my lover, god damn it. Let me hear him voice fuck me for a little bit or something. If he wants to
Sure.
join. He might not have time, who knows. I need something good right now because I would enjoy discussing it in a better form. Fair enough, Raystone. Trippy, I'll do a cook-off for sure. My dad is a chef. I've made food since age 6. Did you hear that, Trippy?
Oh yeah.
No worries, AP.
Smart probably beat me. Annie would probably beat me at a cook-off. But hey, you know what? I'll still compete. Fuck it.
He can't join tonight, Brockus.
No, I sent him the link, but no, if he can't join, he can't join. It's fair enough.
Yeah, it happens. No stress, no worries. Besides, this shit's been going on for a bit. We'll probably end this in another, like half an hour?
Roughly, yeah. But that is definitely something I've always wanted to avoid, so to speak. I've never really liked talking about politics, and I've never really liked talking about religion. Unfortunately, though, those seem to be the only two fucking topics that some people ever want to talk about. Like, I want to talk about comic books. And yes, technically, there is politics in there, because if we're discussing the shady-ass things that Mark Wade recently pulled and all that stuff, I mean, you can argue politics in that, but that's just...
Ace of Skulls... No, I'm not really that sorry. You have to hit Brockus up in his Twitter DMs if you can. If you know of a way to get a hold of Trippy Poop, if you're part of a Discord or something like that you can get a hold of Trippy Poop or Brockus, hit them up that way and they can link you, okay?
Theology is heavily woven into history.
Okay. Did somebody say that? Oh yeah, it's racing. But yeah, I'm on the Twitters as Trippy Poop too, so it's like really easy to find me.
Brockus is on Twitter at Brockus_Fury. And Trippy Poop is Trippy Poop because he's Trippy Poop and he's Trippy.
It's also my gamer tag on Xbox One, and yeah. That's where the name comes from.
Let's see. Bruni says, considering that people want to use politics to destroy the West, and thus comic books, I'd say politics is pretty damned important. That was for you, Brockus.
No, fair enough. Again, fair enough. I mean, realistically, when you actually try to separate politics from anything in your life, you'll understand that politics is, again, woven into just about everything. When you actually see what politics are in its actual like base form, you realize that politics is nothing more than agree and disagree. That's all it is. That politics, like I might be butchering the base form of what politics is and such, but in all honesty, it doesn't really matter, because no matter what we talk about, no matter what I talk about specifically, at some point, politics is going to be brought into the fray. However, if I can avoid very specific politics, I will. Like, I don't necessarily like talking about the crazy SJWs, no matter what side of the fucking political spectrum they're on, because let's face facts, people, we've got SJWs on every fucking category. You a centrist? SJWs. You a liberal? SJWs. You a conservative? SJWs. Everyone's got them. I'd like to avoid them as much as possible, but sometimes you just read about these people that really can't seem to let people be. It's fucked up. It's annoying.
The political is just a cold form of warfare. I can, oh wait, breaking news, I guess. Who wants to read Unknown Archives update?
I heard that's illegal here, so nope. Oh, wait, I might be looking at the wrong thing.
Streaming live again, talking about Tonka. Of course they're talking about Tonka. They can't let it go. They became irrelevant several months ago, so they have to try to get relevant again. Even if they disappear for a few months, they will eventually come back and they will talk about the people that kind of ruined their presence on the internet, even though it was actually them who did it themselves.
Brockus, check your Twitter. Well, no, but all right. You saying that it's them and that's why they're talking. It's as simple as that's internet shit. That's just what happens. People will hold on to and keep talking about shit for like ever, and they may go silent about it, and then all of a sudden they're bringing up like a fucking woman. And this is coming from a fucking woman, but they'll gladly bring up past shit. Everybody fucking does it, especially on the internet. So like saying that they're, of course they're doing it because they're trying to be relevant. No, of course they're doing it because they're still fucking salty. I've heard of other people still fucking coming on and saying fucking comments and shit like that on streams and shit and talking about it like because they're still fucking salty, and shit still just goes on because like it's what they hold on to. I don't know who these people are, so I don't really fucking care what their real thing is. You told me they're doctors, so they're in my fuck you category, but other than that, like, they're just salty, and to say that it's exclusive only to them because they're just trying to stay relevant doesn't seem entirely like a fair statement. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I'm sorry. I'm really tired, yo.
I think Bruni is just trying to be a shit-starting troll here because he's saying, well, when the communists and Muslims want to conquer the West to take the immense wealth that the West has built through our liberalism, it's either Cold War or Hot War. Fair enough, Bruni. I mean, you're not exactly wrong in that argument. Here's the thing. I still don't care. The communists are never going to actually take over. The Muslims are never actually going to take over because there's always going to be a group of people that even if they do manage to somehow gain a little bit of control, there are always going to be those people out there that will fight to the death to preserve what we have. So I don't have to care sometimes. Will I have an opinion on the matter if it's brought up? Sure. I guess I can have an opinion here and there, but really, I don't like talking about this shit. Because it always results in somebody fighting over something, like me and Kadunt earlier. We got in a bit of a tiff because the two of us were having a disagreement on what I had said about politics. There you go. I don't like fucking fighting over something as mundane and stupid as politics.
Correct.
What up? I'm assuming this is Ace.
Yes.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
Am I the only one that thought that his avatar was a skull in front of a vagina?
I'm not looking at the hangout. Hold on. Let me see.
Well, it's like it's a skull on a pole, but when I first saw it, it looked like skin behind him.
It does give off that little bit of impression, like maybe this chick decided to put a skull sticker on her cooch. Oh, and we have a camera.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
God, you look like Stoner Rob.
I don't know who that is. I don't give a fuck who that is.
Radio personality and stand-up comedian in Southern California.
Nice.
So what's up, Base? What you want to come on here and talk about?
Y'all were talking a little bit about the Kumite and fucking other stupid bullshit. I just figured, fuck it. It's a call-in show. Fuck it. Might as well fucking join you guys, shoot the shit, have some fun, drink
Fair
some
enough, dude.
beers.
You know what? Fair enough, bro. Yeah. So Scarpy the Strange is saying politics, the great divider. I can fucking agree with that. What do you guys think? Let's start with Ace. What are your thoughts on politics, bro?
Politics, like, are we talking U.S. politics or what sort of politics?
Well, I don't know anything about foreign politics except from what Schmeckel and Samaj have told me that Trudeau is not popular.
Oh no, he's a little whiny bitch. Like most people, most people that I know from Canada hate fucking Trudeau, especially the socialism aspect of Canada and the politics from there. But like the way that I look at it with the US, okay, the US, we have the two forms, right? We got the blue and the red. But at the same time, we don't really fucking see it as blue versus red. There's the extreme right and the extreme left now. There's not the in-between fucking stages. So it's a matter of where the fuck are we actually going with this bullshit?
That's an interesting question because most of the people that have been, mildly on the right, mildly on the left, somewhere in the middle, whatever the case is, seem to be shut out because the loudest voices tend to be the extremes on either side.
Right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. And that's what... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Continue. You were... Please.
No, I was just saying that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and that's where you're seeing the extreme right and the extreme left. Both of them, that's a squeaky wheel, so they're getting the grease right now of, extreme right of the hardcore constitutionalists, but at the same time, you got the hardcore fucking Democrat, more left-leaning individuals, and they're both getting that airtime within the news.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of the things that I really fucking hate about American politics, really unnecessarily divisive.
Mhm.
And I feel like the politicians, especially the career politicians, fucking feed off of that shit because they're just like, no. They're too busy fighting each other to realize that right now we're just kind of fucked up people who are fucking taking care of this shit, and they'll vote for us because we're on their side. We're the blue or we're the red, and that way you have to vote either Democratic or Republican because otherwise the whole system will fall apart and blah 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 blah. And then on top of that, you have to vote and you have to register as Democrat or Republican, and you have to vote for one side or the other. And so both sides fucking go at it with each other, and it's just so fucking divisive. It's just like, yo, can we just agree that like there's some bullshit that's happening that we don't like, and maybe we need to just all band together, because America is the only country in the world where its citizens can, like, if they stopped fighting each other, they can get together and fucking whoop their government's ass. Like, our government fears us because we have, and that's why we have the freedom of speech. That's why a lot of us will fight for our freedom of speech, because we have the fucking means to back it up, thanks to the ability and our American right to own guns, to own firearms. We can fight our government, and I can't think of any other country in the world that can.
Well, and that's the difference, is people don't understand now with the education system of why the Second Amendment is important, why we can have firearms, why, people should fear the government, not people fear the government. It's really fucked up, the current fucking state of the politics, and people want to sit there and go, I'm afraid the government's going to come in here and do this or that. No, fuck the government. Fuck that bullshit. You fucking have a firearm, you can fucking tell the government, no, fuck off. Like, the greatest fucking quote was during World War II. One of the generals, he said, I would never invade America because I know that there would be a rifle behind every blade of grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I think every country thinks about us. They're like, every single person in that damn place is probably carrying multiple guns, and all their kids have firearms, and I ain't fucking raiding that place. I ain't going there.
Well, at one point that actually was accurate. At one point, this was the most heavily armed country in the entire world due to the fact that it wasn't just the military or the police officials or even the government officials that were armed. It was the citizens that were armed. And of course, that did cause some problems in the past, which we have created stricter law after stricter law to basically prohibit more and more gun use and such. Maybe over the years, some people just got turned off by guns and were like, I don't think a gun is really right for me. I don't like guns, whatever the case is. So we're not as armed as we used to be at one point, but we are still pretty goddamn heavily armed, especially with the people in the South. People in the South are gun fanatics.
Yes and no. Okay, I lived in Wisconsin before I moved to the South. I live in the South now. And living in Wisconsin, we were heavily armed. Open carry in Wisconsin was a typical thing. Like, you would go out and you would see people with 40s, 45s on their hips, and it was a normal thing. And occasionally you would come across somebody who goes, oh, is that normal? Like, can you do that legally? And you have to educate them. Yes, this is a law in Wisconsin. This is how it should be. You know, you shouldn't have to fear seeing somebody with a firearm on their hip, right? Well, and to me, my personal opinion, and this is just my personal opinion, every single person should be armed. You should teach your kids how to shoot, especially if they're females, because a fucking restraining order is only a piece of paper.
Yeah, dude, my dad actually got my sister to fire his handgun a few times when I think she was 6. And he basically gave her, the rundown and taught her where not to aim it and all that stuff, and yeah, she still knows how to shoot to this day. And he wasn't, we have 2 different dads, but yeah, he just thought it would be more safe for her to know how to use a gun than it would be to, just guess that people aren't going to try to do anything to you,
And you're absolutely right, Ace. A restraining order.
Kind of going to do shit.
I mean, if you live close enough to police station, then I guess that restraining order can mean something. But as soon as that guy breaks it, you have to run or fight, because calling the cops and saying he's breaking the restraining order right now to beat the ever-loving shit out of me. Oh, okay, we'll be there in about 10, 15 minutes. Try to keep him from beating you until then.
Well, and with police, you got to think about it this way. Like, and this is why I'm a big proponent of firearms, having firearms, is you call the police. Let's say you're in a major city. How long is it going to take for those police to actually come to your house? It's going to take, on average, about 15 to 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, your life could fucking last within 10 seconds of those 15 to 20 minutes. So,
where's that puppy?
I'm assuming it's in Ace's house.
Yeah, it's
Ace,
in
there's
my,
a sad puppy.
I need to let them out because they heard me talking. So I'll let them out real quick. But
No worries. We'll be here.
Cool. And while he lets them out, I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to bring on another person who asked to come on. What do you guys think, Bruni or Gary first?
Gary, because he had asked earlier. I think I don't know who asked first.
I actually got the message from Gary before I got it. Well, with Gary. All right, Gary, you got the link. Go ahead, jump on. We're not going to be for that much longer, so.
Oh fuck it, we can run late tonight.
Oh, of course we can run late. I'm just saying, like, we're probably not going to run for that much longer. Ooh,
16 more hours. Yeah.
I need to take pain pills.
Go take your pills.
Don't get addicted to those.
It's ibuprofen. There's no way I can get addicted to this shit.
I have to figure out how to get to your house, and I have to flush all your pills down the toilet and make you watch.
All right, I'm not the one with the pill problem, but sure.
Yeah, shit. I know some people with some pill problems.
I know a few.
I don't take pills. Like, I will abstain from that shit, even if I'm like really sick. The only pill that I take is my blood pressure pill.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. What was that shit? They gave one of my mom's friends some shit that was like super fucking strong. They gave her what is it? Starts with an M.
Morphine?
Yeah, morphine. They were giving her morphine.
Morphine
So
or methadone?
No, it was morphine. They were giving her morphine, and then I think she was also on OxyContin for a little while for pain. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oxycontin?
Well,
Oxycodone.
I was gonna say there's Oxycontin and there's Oxycodone. So
it was
I thought
Codone.
Oxycontin was mood stabilizer.
I thought OxyContin was a pill that they gave to cancer patients.
That sounds like the weed
Codone?
they give to cancer patients.
Yeah. But yeah, she was heavily addicted for a long time.
I'm pretty sure it's codone that you're thinking of for the pain. But I don't know.
I don't. OxyContin's supposed to be like manufactured heroin almost. Like, it's supposed to be real similar buzz to it.
Oh, I know something. I have had my leg lanced, and they originally gave me Vicodin to kill the pain. That did not work very well, so they upped it. They upped it up several notches to Dilaudid. Oh, if you ever want to know, if you've ever wanted to know what it's like to take heroin but not quite, get caught with heroin in your system, Dilaudid. I don't recommend it, but I do at the same time. That's a hell of a fucking high, dude. Oh,
I took a Seroquel on 2 different occasions. It's an antipsychotic.
Well, now that Ace, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Well, now that you're back, did you want to continue from earlier, or you want to jump into the pill conversation now?
Well, either way, like, one of the problems with pills, like, I'll just jump back into the whole pill conversation that you guys are talking about right now. That feeds into the issue with heroin right now, right? So a lot of people, what ends up happening is they get hooked onto the Oxycontin or the Vicodin, and then as soon as their doctor cuts them off from that, they go, well, I need something to keep me going. And so they start to look towards a methadone or a heroin. And that leads into a lot of the issues that's going on with the, addict community right now.
But did you hear that? I forget what country it is. Anyway, they're giving some people who were addicted to drugs like heroin and different, really hardcore, bad addiction type drugs. They're giving them DMT, and apparently it's been curing quite a lot of people.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like, apparently, from what I heard, one person had been addicted to heroin for like 10 years, and they brought him into the clinic. They had him like strapped to a bed basically, and they gave him DMT, I think twice or something like that, or it was basically a DMT therapy. And I think they only kept him there for like maybe 10 days or something like that. I could have the days wrong, but after he left the clinic, apparently he cleaned his entire life up and never went back to heroin.
Well, and DMT
It's just one example, but yeah.
Yeah, DMT is completely different than most everything that you think of with psychedelic drugs, like compared to mushrooms or anything like that. It's completely different, because what people don't know about DMT is when you die, your brain literally floods your whole system with DMT to help, push through the pain of dying and everything like that. So DMT, like, people have started doing it now as a quote unquote way to reach a higher conscious, but at the same time, like, it's amazing that your body produces this molecule in its own right?
Yeah, And they say that you can also get DMT from different things, like even grass or animals or just random things. Like you can get DMT from it. And I've also heard that the hallucination most people have, they said it's like something like 80% of people, they pretty much all see the same thing, which is fucking weird. And it's supposed to be something like aliens that want to talk to them.
Guys, real quick, if you could, what's DMT?
I don't know what it stands for.
It's dimethyl something tryptamine, I want to say. I could look the actual name up real quick if you want to.
But it's a psychohallucinogenic. Yeah. Some tribes hundreds of years ago used to make their own, and they would give I think the medicine men of the tribes would take it, and they would have their their trips, and that's how they would pretty much expand their mind.
DMT stands for dimethyltryptamine, which is, you break it down, DMT, and it stands for dimethyltryptamine, apparently. And you do produce it, like I was saying earlier, and like he was saying before, you produce it in your mind. You produce it in your brain. You have it in what's the fucking goddamn, oh my god,
Pineal gland. Pineal gland?
Yes, the pineal gland. It's there in the pineal gland, and apparently, like, and like, I hate to fucking knock ancient fucking aliens, like the whole fucking History Channel bullshit, but they're like, it calciums. Like, when you grow up, it calcifies your brain where you cannot produce it anymore, and you cannot contact a higher god. Like, okay, ancient aliens, like, that's cute and all, but at the same time, shut the fuck up. Like, you are so reaching at some stupid fucking shit right now that it should not even be worth it for me to watch this show.
Right. Yeah, they call it a spirit molecule. I think there's a documentary on Netflix about DMT.
Yeah.
Do it, but I've seen other things.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called, the spirit molecule, and it is on Netflix, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's a documentary that's called The Spirit Molecule, and then it has parentheses DMT.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people that try it, they say that they end up basically sitting at a table with aliens, and these aliens tell them things. It's something like 80% of people see the same fucking thing, which is weird because no other hallucinogen seems to produce that effect.
But one of the problems with that is, so there was a scientific experiment where a guy put out a picture of somebody and went, have you seen this guy in your dreams before?
Yeah.
And people were like, yeah, I've seen him before. Like, I know what he looks like. I've seen him in my dreams. But the problem was that this was a made-up character where the individual tried to have a social experiment of, is this true? Is this not true? Of the social experiment of where people build off different ideas. And right. So we could sit there and say, yes, I have the idea of aliens, and we all could build a construct. If we were all to unmute ourselves right now and say, I think an alien looks like this, we would all come about the same idea from it. But the big fucking thing is, if you don't have the same idea of it, and that's what DMT is. Like, you don't have the same ideas of what is somebody else's idea of you dying. And DMT is a big physical property of you dying.
Mm-hmm. We should probably at least welcome Gary to the country. He's here. He's just muted. Sorry, I figured a little segue.
Well, I
No,
mean,
you're good. You're good.
once Gary's like says something that'd be cool too. Ani Yaskalainen says mass psychosis.
Yep. Oh, I also heard the tale. I think it came from a scientist, dude. I can't remember the guy's name, but he talked about the time that he went and had ayahuasca with a tribe, and this dude said that he was stoned on this shit for, I think it was 24 hours, and he said, just imagine 24 hours tripping your mind out, tripping your balls off, and also you have the most extreme diarrhea you've ever had in your life, and you're in an area that has no toilets. Ayahuasca is what they used to make that had, like, the first thing that had DMT in it that we know of was ayahuasca. It's basically a DMT tea that you drink, and apparently it fucks up your body a little bit a while, and also sends you through the weirdest trips. Like, he said he saw talking snakes, and he said they were really fucking friendly, and all this other stuff. And he said the tribe basically had to help him take care of himself because he kept having diarrhea.
You're high-fiving the snakes.
What'd you say?
I said you're high-fiving the snakes.
Yeah. Like, he said it was just the whole landscape changed, and the sky was like a purple color, and he said he started seeing serpents everywhere, but they were friendly, and they were smiling. That's creepy to me. Smiling snakes. And he said they were friendly, and they told him that they could help him figure out how to take care of himself better and how to teach others how to believe in the existence of a higher power and all this other shit. So yeah, apparently there's a snake god that comes out when you're high on ayahuasca, I guess.
Like it.
Have you ever done anything, Kadant? Any drugs
Yes.
that get you fucked up?
Yeah.
You want to
Weed.
talk about anything? Oh, no.
Weed.
No, just weed.
Weed.
That's
No,
not a drug,
I'm
that's a
letting you know,
plant.
weed fucks me up.
That's a plant. That shit grows
No,
out the
you
ground.
want if you're ever like having like a bad like weed trip, which I think is nearly impossible, but if you're just like, dude, I'm really fucking high and I don't know what to do and I need
Mhm.
a fucking I don't know how to get rid of my high and blah blah blah. You get me high and then I will kill your fucking high so fast because weed fucks with my head.
That
I'm
sucks.
dead serious. No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't suck. It's actually really interesting. I once discovered the secret to time travel. It had something to do with memories and unlocking the brain. I don't remember exactly what it is now, but I was traveling in between dimensions before while I was high on weed.
I've thought about that before, back when I used to smoke a lot.
I swam through carpet
So it is
so
like
that I
you're on
could go
acid.
downstairs and write puns.
Or shrooms. That's what it sounds like.
This was all just marijuana.
Okay, well
Straight up
then
cannabis.
make sure that you never touch edibles because I've heard that they're even worse. Like they'll fuck with you
they
even
are.
more.
They are even worse. Like, well, the thing about them is they process through your liver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they give you about 70% more of the THC content that you are normally getting. So they will fuck you up. Edibles will fuck you up. And whether is you're eating cookie or you're smoking then eating cookie, you are going to be tore the fuck up. And people don't realize that. And then all of a sudden,
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
No. All of a sudden, I apologize.
No, I was gonna say, all of a sudden, you don't realize that you're tore the fuck up. Like, I don't know if you watched Cat Williams when he did his stand-up comedy where he was smoking with Snoop Dogg and he goes, "Oh, I got fucked up." Like, these motherfuckers. So, like, I got fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same set my principle of like he got so fucked up And the same people who were smoking or eating edibles, like they got so fucked up that they didn't even realize what the fuck they were doing.
Gary dropped out.
Aw. That guy's like a fan of mine.
It must be connection issues. You
Maybe.
seem to be having a lot of those tonight.
Yeah. But no, Bitching Witch, we would have some, I will let you know, we would have interesting conversation with me high. You would learn shit about the universe that you never realized because I will be telling you all the shit as I'm traveling between dimensions or conversing with demons or swimming through the carpet because I had to write puns of my experience. Like it's or figuring out the secrets to time travel, which is locked somewhere and like we need to figure out how to unlock memories and shit like that. I don't fucking remember the exact details. I could tell you how the grass will cycle out your life force.
Damn.
And that is why humans are dying. That's why human bodies die, is because the grass is slow. The earth in and of itself is cycling out your life force, and that is what I'm like when I'm fucking high. Mind you,
So I came
I'm not
across
as
this
calm
and
as
thought this was
this.
hilarious.
What is it? I think my
favorite
favorite thing to
thing-
happen in art history is when a guy made a Lucifer statue that was too hot for church, so they commissioned his brother, who made an even hotter one. Yeah.
I just find that shit fucking hilarious. I was going around on Twitter, and
Wow.
I came across this. And I was like, I mean, they're not wrong.
Right?
Praise Lucifer. Shit. Like hot damn, I'm ready to.
I think there's a Church of Satan in Detroit that has a giant statue of Satan, but it's not sexy.
Oh, are you talking about the statue of Baphomet?
Oh, maybe yeah, it was probably Baphomet.
Yeah,
I think. I'm
because
not sure.
no, because that was a part of the Christian propaganda. Is they say that Baphomet and Mephistopheles and even Carnunos.
Hey, everybody.
And hey,
Hey,
Gary,
buddy,
there you
Gary.
are.
Sorry, man. Hangouts has been like a pain, man. I don't know why I couldn't sign on.
Yeah, it fucks up a lot of Hangouts.
We're
Something
about to
you get
go.
used to.
I was about to go on a rant on how Christians decided that, Lucifer and Satan and the devil and all these different other deities from other religions are the representation of such, and yet the most accurate representation were those two sexy looking statues because Lucifer was God's favorite for a fucking reason. Just saying.
Right?
So you're saying God is gay?
Actually, in theory, there's a lot of interesting stories about Lucifer just in himself. Like, Lucifer is actually supposedly a good person, and he's just a disagreement with God. Or he's evil. So it's hard to... Basically, it depends on what side you pick.
Go on. Yeah, that's Baphomet.
Yeah. Is that Baphomet? I thought Baphomet had bigger boobs. Like literally.
No. I know what you mean. Cause yeah, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that's not Satan. That's not
Right.
Lucifer. That's not the devil. That's just one of. That's
Oh,
just
sorry,
a
Trippy Poop.
different deity.
Sorry, why? You're good.
Oh, I wanted my
So what
my
did you
first
want to
time
come
to
on
be on
here and talk
your
about?
show.
Gary?
Oh, dude, it's cool. You can pop your cherry on the cunt stream.
At least you're at least I'm on here with you.
Yeah. There you go.
We could talk about a lot of things. We could talk about politics, pronouns. I'm up to it for anything.
Pronouns. Aren't there like
What did
900 million of those?
Yeah,
What did
I'm
you
not
want
really
to come
big.
on and talk about?
Anything, like I said. First of all, I wanted to say I love country. I love Kadant. I love Brockus, Zell, everybody on there. I just love the show, and I just wanted to say that first before anything
thank
else.
you.
Trippy Poop, I think he's going to be really good. I think he's going to have a really good, solid show pretty soon.
Well, thank you, sir.
I'm
keeping
Well, like
Brockus on there. Yeah, it's going to be a great show.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm up to talking about a little bit of anything. A lot of my values is old school, so you know.
Dude, we could talk about shrimp burgers, shrimp cocktails, shrimp sauce, shrimp whatever the hell the next line was or could have been.
A lot of what I think is just have respect for people. I mean, we shouldn't have to worry about certain things, but just have respect for people. When you talk to somebody, just respect them. I know a lot of times people don't have to like each other, but we should have respect for each other.
Listen, if I didn't respect you, I wouldn't insult you. So,
Yeah, I know.
tell you to shut up. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. That's kind of, I don't know. Like when I get comfortable with people, or if I really don't like people, I'm a cunt to them. And you can go ahead and ask Brockus, because he's confused every single day on, is this bitch serious or not?
Sometimes I'm not sure if she's genuinely mad at me or if she's just fucking with me.
Why are you talking right now?
Bitch.
See, it works every time. He's like, oh. Go on.
No, actually, there are a couple of funny scenarios that happened where she was fucking with me, and I thought she was being serious. So I was like really weirded out. I didn't know what I had done, and she caught on to that and kept fucking with me more. And just
are you talking about the Facebook thing? Did you see that Facebook memory that fucking popped up where I was calling you a fucking Superman cock gobbling faggot, and you got so fucking, you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck did I do? And I'm like, I'm fucking with you, dude. Like, this is how we fucking always talk to each other. Why are you not calling me a slanty-eyed whore with a horizontal vagina? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
As soon as I read
Get
that,
on my level.
I sat back and I was just like, well, you're fucking retarded, sir.
At least he's honest with himself, right?
I'm very
well. Hey, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys for having me on the stream.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for joining us, Ace.
No problem,
dude. Like I said, you can come on my show anytime you fucking want. Come all over my show.
I'll fucking come on the tits,
I know I do.
On the ass. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I want to at least say, have a good rest of your evening. You know, I didn't want to just head out like an asshole and just disconnect and not say anything. I want to at least say, you know, hey, have a good rest of your evening. I hope you guys have a good conversation, and I'll see you guys maybe on the next stream. Yeah?
Hey, maybe.
Oh,
Never know.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Yep, have a good night, dude. Apparently Ray Stone wants to talk, probably in chat, about the universe that's made entirely of shrimp.
No. God damn it. Enough of your conspiracy theories, Trippy Poop, you fucking
That's
psycho.
not conspiracy theory. I think he just made it up, but that sounds delicious.
Look, if there is shrimp, I will eat it. Probably.
Exactly. That's the point, man. Unless it's raw. Probably don't want to do that. Unless it's in sashimi, then maybe.
Dude, guys, speaking of drugs and shit, Zell is like going out to go and like smoke a whole lot of weed because Brockus turned him to drugs, I guess.
Brockus doesn't even do any drugs. He's a clean boy. He's straight edge.
No. Brockus bored Zell so much with the stream that Zell's going to go and do drugs now.
Oh, big surprise. Zell has something really shitty to say about me.
Oh man, you know Zell loves you, man.
You know, some days I'm not so sure about that. I think he looks at me with regret, like, why did I actually say hello to him that day?
But you kept turning down his advances, Brockus. God.
Advances. Oh, you don't seem to understand. Zell and I just rape each other. Like, there's no advancing.
Oh,
It's mad love rape, man.
it's not
Yeah.
like I'm there, you know. I mean,
Like, if I'm in the mood and Zell's nearby, I just hate fucking. He's
Oh,
in the
yeah, that's
mood
right.
and I'm nearby, he drugs me and then rapes me.
oh,
Hey,
It's
it's
back and
like
forth.
Kadun said, you always fuck with the people you love the most.
mm-hmm.
She must love the shit out of me because she fucks with me a lot.
Oh yeah, but you're really good to pick on though, Brockus. Come on now, you know that.
Is it because I'm fat? You racist?
No, because you whine
No,
like
it's
a
because you're
bitch.
gay. Yeah. And Brockus, I don't fuck with you anymore. That's why you're sad. Because no.
This took a depressing turn all of a sudden. What the fuck happened?
Come on, Brockus. You know we love you, but you're like a giant
don't.
orc that cries all the time.
See, they try to bust you down, Brockus, because they know that you're way too tall for them to be able to reach to hit you. So they have to use their words to try to get you on a lower level, and
God
it's not
damn it,
working.
I am fucking short. I really am though.
just
I'm
doesn't work, man.
I'm Danny DeVito in a wig, y'all. Like
I'd
I
be
want
short
you guys to
standing next to
know,
Brockus.
like that's my secret is that I'm just Danny DeVito in a wig, and that's why I never show my face on camera, because y'all don't need to see that. And I
Right.
mean like glasses
Blondie.
free Danny DeVito in a wig. Like if Danny DeVito let himself go, you know, but still had like perfect 20/20 vision, like that's me, except in a blonde wig.
Hey, I think Kadot got on the
Kadot?
chat one time, and
Oh, sorry.
she didn't have her like icon on. All you see was boobs. I'm like, wow, funny man.
Nice.
Oh man.
And that one time that Kadent was talking about giving tit jobs on Not Safe for Wednesdays, that was pretty fun.
Oh my god, I love getting titty fucked. You guys have no idea.
Yeah.
Like
I can
it's
tell.
glorious. It's so glorious. Oh god, I could start talking about this, but then I wouldn't stop
You're
talking.
dripping with passion. It was pretty noticeable.
I actually don't know that idea, but
Ray Stone, Queen Victoria, was very short. She ruled 20% of the planet,
Right?
but she
Right.
was white. I'm
Right.
half Asian, and I'm not even half of like any of the fancy Asians or any shit like that. I'm half Filipino. I'm the beaner of the Asians, yo.
pretty much.
Oh, speaking of different races, I just did the ancestry DNA, so I should be getting that information soon. So that'd be kind of
Nice.
cool.
You're gonna find out how white you are, or not white you are.
He's
I don't
gonna
know.
find
I think I'm a little Spanish because I don't grow a full beard.
Oh, full beard. It could be Native American heritage as well.
It could be.
I have trouble growing
I am
facial
fucking
hair.
white and white.
Yeah, same. You could end up finding
It's
out
okay
that
to be
you're
white.
like you're Hitler's.
It's not
favorite
okay to
race.
be white. If you're white, you're obviously a racist.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Even though all I do is go to work and stuff like that, and I get along with everybody. I'm secretly a racist. I just don't let anybody know that.
What color is your
Oh.
skin?
White.
Definitely
Then
racist.
yeah, you're racist. That's
Yeah,
that's the
we're
rules now.
racist.
That's the world we live in right now. You have to have like a certain amount of melanin in your blood.
I'm pretty red.
Hey, I'm a bad guy. I'm gonna admit to it. I'm gonna own up to my badness. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
You're terrible racist. How dare you?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Your ancestry
terrible,
is gonna
terrible,
come
terrible.
back, and you'll find out that you're related to Hitler.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn. It'd be funny if the cops come in and like, oh, we just found out you're related to Hitler. You're just going to fucking jail, man. You're just
You have to
fucking
go
going to jail.
this fence, and they have some tanks there that you're gonna have to stand in, and some gas will be in there. And
Wait. 1 second. I'm gonna interrupt this, and I'm gonna make a suggestion to everybody. Gary, it was wonderful to have you on, first and foremost. Second, you can catch me on Not Safe for Wednesdays and whatever the new show on Wednesday night's going to be called. Third, you can catch Trippy Poop on Cringe from Yesteryear on Fridays. And you can catch Brockus all the fucking time on the Cunt Stream. But right now, the dump is live, yo. And we were just talking about drugs. And if you've never taken any kind of drugs and you want to know what it's like to take drugs, why don't we just move this shit into the dump and everybody go and fucking flood the dump?
That's actually an excellent idea. We're going to go ahead and shut this down and head over to the dump because I'm pretty sure UA has got some fun stuff for us to watch over there. Anyways, everybody.
Brockus, who did we have on?
We actually had several people on. We had Lil J Moxley. We had currently still Gary McIntosh. We had Stone Mexican Guy. Ace? Yeah, that's the only name I know of his
Vagina Skull Guy.
Vagina Skull Guy. That, yeah, I guess that was who was that again? That was
Ace.
Vagina Skull Guy. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that was Ace. And I feel like we're missing someone. Didn't we have somebody else? Oh, Race Jacobson. Of course, we also had myself, Kadunt, and Trippy Poop.
And Chairview. We also had Chairview. This has been Love Your Mondays. Get the fuck out of here. Just shut this shit down. Let's go watch the dump.